everybody. My name is Walker Kropakian, and I am here to show you part of my Moonbots competition. See, I thought that going out onto the lunar surface is, well, I tried to compare it with the voyage from the Odyssey. If you don't know what the Odyssey is, I will tell you. Alright, see, in Greek mythology, there was a prince named Odysseus, and there was this war called the Trojan War, which was Greece against Troy. Now, the reason they had to go to war was because Odysseus said that they would do anything to protect Helen's marriage. And so, what happened was Aphrodite accidentally gave the love of Helen of Greece to Prince Paris of Troy. So there was this humongous war to get Helen back to Greece. And so the Odyssey is about Odysseus' voyage back from Troy to Ithaca, his homeland. Now, how it starts, I tried to draw it out. This is just part of it, but soon he gets to the land of the Lotus Eaters. Three of his men go out, but they don't come back mysteriously. When they get in, so he goes to take them, and he ends up tying them to the ship. Now once they get here, they see this cave, and they decide to. And a couple of them decide. And Odysseus wants to voyage there, so he picks his bravest people to go to this cave. They don't know that it has a monster named Odysseus, though.
Odysseus.
Well, it has a monster named Polyphemus, though.
What kind of monster is he?
He's a cyclops.
What's a cyclops?
A cyclops is like one of the one-eyed giants. They were sons of Uranus and Gaia. Okay, so when they went to Polyphemus' cave, when they got there, see they had a lot of adventure. See, Polyphemus greeted them by eating 2 of their people, and they just had wine. They were very scared until Odysseus came up with a plan. What he did was he gave some of his wine to the Cyclops, Polyphemus, and Polyphemus started drinking all of his wine. And what happened was, eventually he said, "Hello, what is your name? I take your gift with kindness." And he says, my name is No One. And Polyphemus, he says, "Hello, No One. Here is my gift for you. I won't eat you and all of your men, but I will eat you last." And then he falls down because he's all jittery from all of the wine he drank. And so then they took his club and they carved it so it was like really, really like razor sharp at the end. And then they used a fire to make it blazing hot. Then they poked Polyphemus' eye out. And once they do that, he starts crying, and his Cyclops brothers come to him, and he tells them that no one's done it, no one's hurt my eye. And of course, since he's saying this, they'll think that actually no one has done anything to him. And they say that if no one has done anything to you, then Zeus has made you sick. And if that happened, that means that none of us can help you. And so they just went away and left him there. So then they escaped by using his sheep, and they put them in groups of 3, and they grabbed onto the middle one. So the Cyclops checked the sheep, but he didn't check the middle one. He only checked the outside ones. Okay, and then after that, they came to the land of the Lotus Eaters, and eventually Polyphemus noticed that they were gone, and he cursed him and he cursed them and made his voyage very bad. Now, what happened was they came to the wind god Aeolus, and he gave them a lot of wind so they could travel all the way back to Ithaca. But
a lot of what?
A lot of wind so they could travel back to Ithaca.
Why did they need wind?
Well, they needed wind because Well, mainly because, see, because they were on a ship, they needed wind for the sail to, like, bring them somewhere.
Okay.
And so once they get there, like, see, he also gets this bag from Aeolus, and Odysseus tells his men not to touch it. And so when they think it has gold inside, and they open it, but it makes them travel all the way back to Aeolus. This upsets Aeolus, and they're back on their own. Right, then they come to these docks with these cannibal giants. A lot of them died, and every ship but Odysseus' own ship was crashed, and they were gone. Right. So eventually they come to Circe's island. Circe was an enchantress who liked turning men into animals of sorts. And so Odysseus picked his bravest man, and they drawed lots to see who would chuck the island outside and who would chuck the forest. Now, the bravest warrior, he went inside with part of his men, and when they got inside, he saw that he stayed outside the shack that they found, which is actually like a castle. And so what happened was he saw that she gave them some food, and they turned into pigs in this case. All right, and so then he comes back outside and whimpers and makes Odysseus go inside there. And on his way, he meets Hermes, who gives him this magical herb, and when he eats it, makes it so he's safe from Circe's food. So then they become great friends, and she turns the men who were turned into pigs back into men. Okay, then she helps him get away. So he needs to know the future to know how he's going to get back. So he has to go to the land of the dead, and they have to get to Oceanus, the outside ocean, to get to there. And so once they get there, they find Tiresias, who is a person who can see into the future. He was actually one of the people who upset Athena, but he was rewarded after that. See, Tiresias was very unlucky, and he accidentally caught Athena while she was taking a bath. And Athena didn't really like it when people did this, as all women probably wouldn't like it. And she blinded Tiresias, but then she started to feel sorry for him afterwards and gave him the gift to see the future. But she forgot to give him sight again, which would have been better if in my case. All right, and so anyway, once they get there, they find out that they're going to come to the Isles of the sun god Helios. And when they get there, they're not supposed to touch any of the cattle, or if they do, Odysseus' family will suffer, and they will all suffer, get the wrath of Helios. He might escape, though. That's what Tiresias tells him. Then they come back to Circe's island, and Circe tells him his voyage. His voyage is actually very dangerous. See, first they have to go to the Siren's Island, and while they're there, they put earwax in their ears to make it so they can't hear our beautiful singing.